Whoa, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday here at the Pioneer Village with Lube. We are on this Tuesday because why? Monday I was driving from the Peach Classic, Jimmy Peters and Al Gibbons race. Yes, we've got some birds down there. We've got some birds participating down at the Cobbler. Reminder, guys, to like, share, and subscribe. We are on. Good evening, Peevler. Good evening, Frank. Good performance for Frank Eichhorn this weekend. He did real well. He was second, 3 minutes out behind Joe Ferreira. I told you, you guys had that opportunity to purchase the direct from Joe Ferreira. Another combine win for Joe. Great performance for Frank. Congratulations. And Frank, they said you couldn't do it over there. Remember, the guy who beat you was over there. And by the way, the wind was going this way. Ladies and gentlemen, pigeon racing isn't about wins. It is about wins. It's about the way the wind blows, yes. But that's still an excuse because Joe Ferreira, I've watched him time and time again. He lives right down in the middle. And he still figures out a way to kick ass. And you know why that is? Joe focuses on Joe. Brian Mansker's in the house. Good evening. But Frank, no, not taking away anything. You did really good. You had a couple birds up there, and it's nice to see. I know you put a lot of work in. But, again, you see how close it was. Hey, Matoas, how are you, my friend? Good. We're in the house here from Cuba. Tuesday night show. It just doesn't feel the same on Tuesdays. Ricky, welcome back. Oh, wait.
Thank you.
It's Stevie Ray Ricky. How are you?
Very good.
You're doing good? Nothing to say? Or are you just going to be quiet and...
No, I'm just waiting to get fired up. I just wait.
Hold on.
Soon we get that.
Pull the cord or what?
Oh, yeah. Soon we get that little bit of there's a spark here.
Taser.
Okay? There's a little bit of what do you call that?
Cheers. Let's start with
you don't say the pilot light.
Gaslighting.
No, the pilot light's going right now. It's just on pilot right now, but soon we get a little bit of that gas comes on. I'll be fiery. Remember.
Well, I know you're going to be firing. I was lucky enough. I went down to the Peach Classic, and
do you have any peaches there or anything, or give you a peach punch or something, or no?
No,
why do they call it the Peach Classic?
Now it's kind of funny that you say this.
Yeah,
because Al Gibbons in Georgia, who runs the race, he says you wouldn't believe how many people ask why they call it the Peach Classic. Now, because it's you. And I would just laugh at you and tell you the answer. Guys, can anyone tell me why in the world Al Gibbons and Jimmy Peters call their race the Peach Classic? Because, and I want you to think about this. I want you to really let it suck right in and think about why do they call it the Peach Classic? And reminder, guys, to like, share, and subscribe. We have over 8,000 viewers on the YouTube. That's not us, eh? That's you guys doing it.
No, let me mention something else.
Oh, boy.
Al Gibbons. Something special to say about Al Gibbons. And
Gibbons.
I think
Gibbons.
I think you should say something special about this man.
What do you want me to say? You told me something. He lives right beside Buc-ee's.
Think about it.
Oh, no. And now you're...
Think about what you're... if you can't
Hold on. Look at this. This was almost a draw. Heather Green, how's it going? Mike Vanderyak, he comes off the top rope. Mike, again, you can still get birds down here to the Pioneer Village. Mike Vanderyak, Michael Peevler, and Dave Conover, and Tracy, they all come up with the same answer. Georgia, they're known for their peaches.
See, I didn't know that. But what about
I get my peaches out in Georgia.
What about Al Gibbons?
Gibbons.
Gibbons.
Say it. Watch. Hold on. What? Wait.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Okay.
Gibbons.
Yeah. What about him now?
What about him?
What did he do so super in the last year or so?
With his intake? God, I told you, but the way you're wording it to me, by the jingle, what is it?
He won a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is so, I mean, come on, open up your mind, man. Don't just close it off. What did he win in the last year or so?
Oh, he did
some birds that were pretty darn good. That
okay,
did some work for him.
and I should have had. You know what? You came at me. You came at me with this, and I love it when you come at me with these. I call them. What do I call it? I call it
stuff that you couldn't remember.
Stuff that I couldn't remember. You are right, but you know what? In that, I'm going to say this.
This is something you should take your hat off.
All right, here we go. Look at this. So there's a pedigree on the. It's a pedigree, okay? You guys don't have a photo of the bird. I have the photo of the bird. I didn't know I was going to get called up on it, but Al Gibbons.
You said that I was a little bit.
You were good.
Back.
You were all right.
No, I've only started the fireman.
Hold on.
And you can't answer the question.
Hold on. Okay. Well, because I didn't know. You know what? I tell you stuff and it goes right over your head, and now you remember this. But it's amazing you remember this, and this is very good. I wish you would have remembered it before the show. When I went down there, I wanted to do a loft tour of the Peach Classic. Jimmy Peters' mother was having her birthday, 80th birthday. Al doesn't go on Facebook anymore because the Flyers in the race badgered him so bad that he said, F it, I'm not doing social media. And, I have to say this. It's really sad when a guy goes out there, puts his neck on the line. Yeah, he takes your perch fee. Yeah. He's trying his best. And people just call him and just nitpick. You know what the guy did?
No.
Done. No more videos. No more talking on camera. No more nothing. Because the pigeons didn't give him a hard time. It was the professionals that tune in. The professionals.
I don't call them professionals.
Oh, they call themselves professionals. They tuned in. Hold on.
Professional doesn't do that. You never seen.
They call themselves.
Because I'm not a hockey fan really, but I know Wayne Gretzky. I know him, but at that time when Wayne Gretzky was playing, and I never seen Wayne Gretzky come on the TV and saying, I could have got a little more, but my right man, he was a pile of shit, and the guy in the back was a pile of shit, and the guy in the left was a pile of shit. I could have been a better guy because of this. You don't hear professionals talk like that.
You don't. But I call them the professionals on the internet, the keyboard warriors.
Are they professionals?
They're professional at taking you, and I call it chopping you down. Now, getting back to Al.
What I call them is, and you guys better listen to me.
Greetings from
It's
Wisconsin.
when you see a horse have a dump, he lifts his tail, and what do you see? Hey, professionals, you call yourself professionals? I think you better take your head and up the horse's.
Then you're
a real professional.
So anyways, he doesn't do it anymore. And he says, I'm feeling a lot better about myself. I can focus on the birds. And I said, okay, great. He then said to me, he shook my hand. He said, you're going to come to my house. We're going to have a couple drinks. You're not driving back to Canada just yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, yeah.
How many hours drive is it?
It's 15 hours drive.
15 hours.
15 hours. But the greatest part about this was, and I didn't know this, but in the last 2 seasons, he's won 4 one-off races. Al Gibbons. And they are down. All of his wins are down from 2 pigeons he bought at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions in season, I believe it's 1 or 2. I think it's season 1. From Frank and Joseph Elkman of Germany.
Whoa.
The Gabby Van and the Beelbirds. Now, isn't it funny? From the same auction, from Frank and Joseph Elkman, Wally Bielik buys a bird in that auction, and it produces him about $10,000 in money winners and in combine winners. Now, Al has had this pair of pigeons since 2018. He's got 15 pairs of pigeons in his loft. All of it is down from this pair of pigeons.
Yeah, he kept that.
He kept it going. He adds the odd bird in and tries them out.
Well, you have to keep
He
adding.
won the Dash for Cash. Something he's won over $100,000 with this pair of pigeons. He said, Ryan, I want to thank you for importing and bringing that different style of pigeon. And you know what? He entered 5 birds in the Pioneer. Okay. I was blown away on the nice quality of them. Very, very nice. His lofts over there, again, stump perches, all wire floor. I didn't even do a video there. He didn't want anything to do with any videos. He just didn't want to get in the rabbit hole. And I respected that. You guys want to go down and see it. He's got races. They're guaranteeing $332,000 in prize money. They got prize money in 4 of the races. It's all guaranteed. They've got 1,700 birds. And it's nice to see that he's still going. And he got a partner there to help him that sort of handles the Pigeon Keyboard Pros.
Mm-hmm.
And away we go. Yeah, he built a new loft. That's right. Him and Jimmy Peters did it. Best peaches are in Georgia, as Frank says. Good evening, Charles. Good evening. What else I was going to mention? We were talking a lot, and today we talked about it. I was talking with Al, because again, I say every 100 pigeons you gain a year of pigeon knowledge. He's been doing his race about 5 years. He's had some real disaster races like we have, like everyone has with a one loft race.
It's all part about growing in the system.
About learning the game.
This is our 14th year, and we're still trying to figure it out, the one loft.
And he was talking about how deadly the salmonella is. And he has 2 products that he uses, and he asked me to not show them, that he's been using. And he has this year, he says, Ryan, I'm not lying to you. I've lost less than 2% of the pigeons that have come in to sickness. The birds come in, he puts them in a sort of a quarantine section for a week. They go on certain water with 2 products in the water. They come out, and then they go on to just natural water, and that's it. So he asked me not to share the product. He shared it with me. Something. Am I going to try next year? Yes, I am. Because I seen the quality in the birds in the aviary. I looked through the loft. I didn't get to go into the loft. Nobody's allowed in the loft. You can look through the windows. Birds look good. Cockbirds are going crazy. I mean, there's cockbirds in there. Holy jumping. I'll tell you something. Here's a tip. Do you want to send cocks to these races? Send the cocks on the last day. The youngest cocks that you have that aren't going to develop. There's old cocks that are in there. I swear to you, they're going to be no good for nothing. Anyways.
Well, I can say in our one loft already, we've had great success this year in the health. We've lost what we have here, about 550 birds.
Yeah, 550 birds
so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've lost about 30.
Yeah, between 30 and 40
through sickness. They're very nice. We've given them a couple products this year.
And I think it's an improvement.
Very, well improved. The health, again, is super. As a matter of fact, my partner, Ryan, he mentioned tonight, and he's trying to see if I notice things around here.
Oh, I noticed.
We got a pair of young birds in this loft on eggs.
On eggs. How long did it take me to go through and notice?
Well, yeah, I noticed it, and he told me. I said, "Oh yeah, I noticed that the other day."
Wait, hold on.
I went in there, and who was over here? Somebody was over here the other day, and I said, "You wouldn't believe it." I looked in the loft, and there was a blue bar cockbird. This thing was cooing and strutting, and he was flirting with all the young girls in there, back and forth. I looked. I said, "Holy mackerel! There's got to be a yearling or a 2-year-old cock in here. What the hell's he doing in here?" I checked him out. He was a young bird.
Yeah, you know who it's from? It's from Mark Carnwell, and it's paired up to Ross Vaquero. He was the first guy to bring birds
Right.
in
February.
February.
Yeah.
February. What's today? Today's May, or no June the 10th.
June.
Yeah. They're on eggs.
Yeah, unbelievable. I thought it was a yearling or a two.
Now, for anyone that asks,
and that's a sign of health to me. And when we let them out on the board or in the loft, even in the loft or on the board, they're always, when you walk or they see you, they're exercising. They're showing you their.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Birds are looking good. They are. The blue loft's out. They're out. They're coming in. We let them out here late this afternoon. We let them out at 6 o'clock. We got about a dozen out on the board now. We called them all in.
Any out there now?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of 300, there's 12 outside. No big deal. Hey,
we got them on the drop shoot. The lights are on inside.
I came up with a nice video today. Cheddar Bob's.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna.
Excuse me, I got a cough.
Now, before I get into that video,
iced tea always refreshes my throat.
With my iced tea, I'll put a lot of vodka in it, and it smoothens your throat out.
I just have it iced tea.
Oh, you should. You gotta put a little bit of vodka in that. Anyways, I'll have one since you are too.
Oh,
but talking
in the summertime, it's so good.
Talking to Al Gibbons about salmonella, he says it is the worst thing. He says it's very hard to fix it. You got to try and treat it as soon as you get in. And the two products that he showed, one of the products I'm going to say was amoxicillin, but it's combination with another product. Mm-hmm. And he says within a week of all the birds, as soon as the birds come in, they get their vaccination, the chips, they go into this holding pen, one group, and they're on this water. Do you have any iced tea in Georgia? The iced tea in the States. Well, I went to McDonald's. And I asked for iced tea, and they gave me sweet. Excuse me. Unbelievable. They gave me sweet tea. So that was one thing. It's just far too sweet. I don't know how in the hell anyone can drink it, but it's sweet. I mean, I probably should try that with vodka.
Yeah, but they probably don't know like iced tea really. Did they call it iced tea? They call it sweet tea.
Sweet tea. So tomorrow we're going to add an internet box down at the loft because Trump's asking. Right here, we seem to be in a funny spot. We're going to hook back up the internet at the loft. So hopefully it works. We have to. Last year we had the same problem for the first 2 weeks of shows. We're going to have an internet right at the loft, and hopefully it'll pick that up. We got a booster box at the loft, and hopefully it fixes it. Again, we will get it fixed. Just be patient. We're going to get it fixed.
Is it because we're on the Bloomington Ridge?
No, it's because in Canada, internet is shit. Anyways, you some boiled peanuts. You know what? I went to Buc-ee's and they didn't have any there. I didn't see any. Boiled peanuts for driving is what I should have got. I should have got 2 orders. I didn't get any. Sorry about that. I always order unsweetened tea at McDonald's, says David Tracy. Get unsweetened iced tea. Personally, I mix half and half. Oh, well, thanks, Mike. I should have just mixed vodka with it. WKRP on steroids. Hey, so we're talking to him about the salmonella, and salmonella comes in so many forms. And you did some research today.
Salmonella is actually the start of a lot of bad things, even the start of paratyphoid.
Right.
So it's that
What are some things that you read about again today?
Well, they get if you see a young one, or if you have youngsters hatching and you notice within 10 days, all of a sudden one dies in the nest.
Right.
They got salmonella. The parents had salmonella.
Are shedding it.
And they're shedding it. Right. And if the youngsters come out and you wean them and then you see them sitting you know, a little fluffed up, you know, the on the
Yeah,
forehead here,
the feathers are
fluffed,
pulled
yeah,
and
fluffed
ruffled.
up. They got salmonella. It's like an infection in the intestines,
Okay.
right? And it's not good. We all have a lot of salmonella. And you know, some people say, "Well, I got this hen. I paid a lot of money for her, and she has 2 eggs, and only one egg usually hatches. She got damage in her ovaries, or
Yeah.
whatever you call it,
Yeah.
through salmonella, right?" So, it said if your birds don't have high immunity
Mm-hmm.
to it, they're easy to get salmonella, and that's when you have one.
So how should people get higher immunities in their loft? How do you do that? Let's think about, and guys, you're watching. How do you think you can raise your immunity?
It said also in there they get salmonella off the droppings. If a bird has a movement and it gets on the feed, they get salmonella. They can get salmonella. If it goes in the water, they can get salmonella. But if your bird has a higher immunity, I'm just saying, let's say he's raised in what you could say a shithole.
Okay.
You got birds raised in a shithole, right? Dry litter, shithole. Their immunity is much stronger to this than a bird that gets raised in a loft that's cleaned 100%. The water's disinfected, everything's like super duper. And then you take those birds and put them to a bird that's in a what you people might say in a shed hole with hot droppings and all that stuff. Their immunity is not the same as this group.
Okay.
And what happens, that hits these guys.
Now, I was also, we were talking about a few other lofts.
Right.
And he is in that, because he's in the States, some of those one loft races, they talk amongst each other. You know, they bump off ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a product that they were using. I'm not saying Al was, but somebody was using. And the product, they had 0 losses in pigeons. The birds were perfect. But then they had them all cleaned out. Mm-hmm. The next thing, the birds started building up fungus. Because he said what the guy figured out was the birds had no good gut bacteria, no good acid. The birds were so clean that they actually kept getting...
It opened the doors up
for the jungle to come in.
Yeah. My good friend George McGoffin, he said, if you paint your loft, disinfect the loft, just do all this, it's not good because you're opening, I don't know how he explained it. You're opening up a platform for sickness to
occur,
to come in. Right. So what you're saying there is the same thing.
Now, I threw this at Al. I said, "Hey, Al, you know, this year I got the box purchase." I says, "I haven't scraped them once."
Well, wait a minute. How did that start off? Tell them the true story.
Well, no, we haven't scraped them. We haven't scraped them.
So you went away.
No.
Tell them the truth.
No.
You
went away. Starting in the winter, there was no scraping. Everything was frozen. We left it.
Ricky got lazy and said, "I'm not scraping that shit."
So she's dry. Al looked at me right away and he said, "You don't scrape the box purchase." No. He said, "Can you go in the box purchase, pull out a clump of packed shit?
Yeah, pick it up.
Can you smoke it?" I said, "How did you know?" He said, "Your box purchase are perfect." And that's what he meant.
Right.
That's right.
And
Dry.
how many times have I said
Now,
the best nest bowl
is an old one.
Is a nest.
What did CL Gage say?
At least, did he say that as well?
Remember, he said, "I never clean my nest bowls ever. They're 10-year-old, shit packed, encased.
I always
nest
say
bowls.
the sixth round of
Hold on.
youngsters,
We got comments.
you got the best nest bowl. But CL Gage also said he washes his corn before he feeds it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't
I
do
don't
that.
know.
He puts it in the wash.
Everyone's
washes
different.
it.
Hold on. So Will asks, did you lose? And now this is a question. This is my first time being home with the birds out. I let them out today. You let them out on Friday.
I let him out 3 times already.
3 times.
Yeah.
Great question. Did you notice any losses from being them let out so far? Did you lose any, you think? Nope.
Well,
I don't think
I'm
we
not
lost
lying.
one.
I lost one to a hawk. I
Oh,
told you.
the red tail.
Yeah, a red tail hit, and I couldn't believe it. He picked them right off there and
One.
did his thing right outside the board there.
Did the birds didn't go away anywhere?
We
we got
got
a bad red tail. We got the hawk trap out. We got to get rid of this guy. So today we let him out at 6 o'clock when the day was over. But no, we haven't lost any.
And they're on the lawn. We got a knoll here. They're up there. They're flying to the loft. Even though they got their 8th, 9th, and 10th flights pulled, flying to the loft. As you see in the videos, we got the moose over there. That's from that loft. It's got to be 60 feet. They're over there. Some of them, 50 birds, right to the loft. We've had them up on the roof of the loft, and they're doing real well. Once they figure out what strength they need to do any flying, they're away to the races. I got my own birds with their flights pulled, and those things are flying, man.
They're flying.
Yeah,
Well, sure.
very well.
And again,
once they got to learn what they got to do to make the body move.
What we did was we improved the flying for the end of the season, and we did one other thing. We slowed the mind down.
Yeah, we impaired their the move right now.
Right now, mice. Mike Vanderyak writes this: if you want birds with strong natural immunity, don't destroy it with unneeded antibiotics.
He's got a good point.
Right.
100%. Why would you treat a person with a cold, or treat them for pneumonia, or treat them for something else if he doesn't he's not sick. He doesn't have the cold. Why treat him for it? Mike's right.
Now, again, a reminder: if you buy a bird from Gary Smith and he's using a lot of antibiotics, keeps them clean, he buffs the floor, polishes it, waxes it, disinfects the birds, everything. It might take you a season or 2 of breeding his birds into yours to build up the natural immunity. I'm thinking.
Well, you went to visit Patrick.
Say books.
Books.
What? Why did you have that stupid look on your face?
Because I say it right.
Just say it. Bucks.
Okay.
Bucks, boy.
In Antwerp, champion flyer.
Bucks.
Look at the interview, and he says, what did he say to you? He flies with 8 or 10 birds.
You don't clean nothing.
Nothing. He cleans the nest, maybe around the nest bowl a little bit if it gets wet. Nothing. And he flies with 8 or 10 birds, flying against guys with 50, 100, 150, 200 birds, and cleans their clock.
Right. Eddie Ortiz says,
isn't it Chris? I can't remember his name.
Mice and rats are transmitters. Okay. Always good question. If your mice, if the mice are drinking out of your waters, you'll have healthy mice. Anyways, Brian Mader says deep litter helps with immunity systems. I'm natural, and feral nests is crap built up. Okay.
That's right.
Luna Lost says hello. Gang One, he is back with us again tonight. Hello, Gang One. How are you? From the UK. Ryan, you are like Peter Quill. Who in the hell?
He said,
who the hell?
100%.
Who the hell is Peter Quill?
I like that.
Who's Peter Quill? Was waiting for a hawk to strike the other day, Rich. Gang one's waiting for a hawk. Okay. Ask Frank McLaughlin. Now, forget that. Listen, a man who can't pay his bill and writes checks that don't cash, we call that a lying, effing line. And you know what? He ain't worth it. Don't ask Frank. Frank will sing, what do we call it, honey water in your ear. That's all he'll do. Anyways, but at Jay-Z, I have to just tell it as it is. But Frank McLaughlin, I'm giving him a complete pigeon, thumbs down. Mike Vandiak says, 4-1 and 5-1 treatment should be banned. If a bird has 4 or 5 diseases at once, it needs to be put out of its misery.
In the garden. In the garden.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, and I truly think if you use 4-in-1 medications, I don't think you're treating for anything.
What I really think is, it's a 4-in-1. It's a business
sale.
Propaganda.
You're treating for canker, cocci, respiratory, maybe a bit of worms, and that's it. Other than that, you don't need to be pumping. You know what? Again, anybody can do what they want. I wanted to take a moment we have a scoreboard now, Ricky. There is a scoreboard. The International Pioneer One Loft Race. It's up on the board here. I can let you see so you can see here. The International Pioneer Pigeon Bingo Scoreboard. Who's winning what? What's winning who? Who are the champions? Are you ready for the scoreboard, folks? Check this out. This is what I did on my long drive. Let the scoreboard show Pigeon Bingo scores. So far, we've played 10 games of Pigeon Bingo. America has a demanding 8 shits. They've been shit on 8 times. Canada with 2 shits, the UK with 0 shits, and Holland with 0 shits. So, to our people from the UK, I think it's time you start participating in Pigeon Bingo because you guys need to get crapped on. Same with the Netherlands. In Canada, we are known for our hockey, but it looks like as we sit here right now in the Pigeon Bingo scores, America is just shitting like a machine. And I'm going to say, guys, Canadians, this is a Canadian sport. Pigeon Bingo was designed here in Canada by me and Loft Manager Richard. Can we get some wins? And how do you win? You go to featherselitepigeonauctions.com, scroll on down, and hit the Pigeon Bingo. Now,
we have birds that are proven to crap.
And they will.
We do. We have birds proven to crap.
And hey, in the same token, let me take this off. Our super game, our super bingo, we've got only 10 squares left.
When is that super bingo?
When it sells out. Oh, here it is.
Next
our
week?
10 squares. The winner of super bingo. It's $25 a square. There's 10 squares left. The winner, the grand prize winner, gets this pigeon bred by the legendary, one of the most beautiful pigeon women on this planet, Ellen Sutton. The bird is named after Ellen. It's Vercamen blood. We've won with her birds numerous times in the money. This is a $650 value. It's your opportunity now to get involved in this super Pigeon Bingo experience, to get this Vercamen. And you know what?
If I can say something.
To own a little piece
of Ellen Sutton.
And
I'll tell you right now, history repeats itself.
Is she going to win again?
She's won in the past here. What did she win? Twice. How much?
Well, the first time they won $6,000. They didn't listen to me.
Okay.
And pulled the bird across the board. If they would have, they would have won $10,000.
Okay.
But Frank the Big beat her on that one. And then season 1 of Pioneer, I believe she was partners with Brad Wogan. They won another, I think it was $8,000 because she was here to collect the money with Brad Wogan. Guys, I'm going to tell you, there are 10 squares left. To hell with it. Buy all 10. I guarantee you're going to win this pigeon and you're still going to have fun. Remember, Ellen Sutton.
I remember the day they came to collect the money, Brad and Ellen, and they got the money and they looked at each other, and Ellen said to Brad, "Come on, I'm going to take you for lunch." And I said, "What about me?" You know what I mean?
How about me?
But
Well,
they went to
you
lunch.
want me to tell you something? I'll tell you. Whenever I win a race, I'll tell you one question or one thing. One of the first seasons we had the trifecta. A guy by the name of Gene Timbrick.
That was what, 13, 14
Yeah.
years ago?
Gene Timbrick won our race, and he was an almond grower in California. He walked away with $25,000. I didn't realize this, but about a month after he got his bird back, he got paid.
Yeah.
A big box came of like it had to have been
I remember
$1,000,
almonds.
cashews,
Yeah.
almonds, all this nice stuff, and it just had a card and said, "Thanks for doing a great job. We really enjoyed your race." You know what? That's class, eh? I don't ask for nothing. I don't want nothing, but that was a nice appreciation. Anyways.
Well, like, Janis Joplin said, "I'm here every day till 3.
No. Okay, hold on.
Oh, Lord, buy me a color TV." You know what I mean?
So Eddie Ortiz says, many products are just to make money. And I agree. There's a lot of products, a lot of SHIT out there. And in life, there's everything. And take a look at what we can buy at the stores. I mean, shit. You don't need a stove anymore. You can live off an air fryer and a microwave. I'm just saying. Eddie Ortiz says he agrees with Ricky. Jay-Z says yes. Trump 24. I wonder where Frank copied his notes from. Frank who? Anyways, Baytril amoxicillin, Thailand doxycycline, that are 4 in 1. So Gang 1 says Baytril, amoxicillin, Thailand, and doxycycline. Well, doxycycline and amoxicillin are the lower versions of Baytril. So if you use Baytril
and add those 2 in.
You don't even need to because Baytril's stronger than all of those.
Just hold on.
Hold on.
And the prescription is what?
He's just saying that's what they consider a 4 in 1.
4 in 1, but how often do you give that?
No, he's not saying that. He's laughing. He's laughing, saying that's what's in it. But really,
it just burns them out.
Yeah, and really, all you need is Baytril. Anyways, okay. Eddie Ortiz says America is shitting on everyone. I tried to buy that bird at the Board and Bond, but you outbid me. Yeah. Well, hey, Mike, buy yourself some squares. Come on, Mike.
This is your chance.
Mike, the bird's here. The bird's out. The bird's doing it. And if you guys want to know, why is the bird at Pigeon Bingo? Well, it was simple. The bird went up for sale at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions for the Hunger Games. And Mike Sheridan was bidding against somebody, a name. Mike was bidding and bidding and bidding, and this gentleman was bidding. It got to $625. Mike had it. And then this gentleman bid to $650, and Mike said, hey, that's his limit. Nothing wrong with that. And all the birds got paid for except for this bird. And the gentleman called and said, I'd like to come and pick up my Ellen Sutton bird. And we said, the bird has to stay in the race. It's part of the rules.
Part of the race, yeah.
Part of the race. The bird's going to race. And at the end of the season, you can pick it up. And the gentleman, and it's from the Barrie area, the phone number. That's
right.
Okay. The gentleman said, No, me and my 2 sons, we want to bring that bird home and fly it around the house.
Were they a pigeon flyer?
Hold on. And I said, well, we can't take that bird out. Well, that's our first pigeon we've ever bought. We want to bring it home and we want to let it fly around the house. We want to let it fly around the house. And I said, oh, that's your first pigeon. I said, why don't you leave? You're going to have to leave the pigeon here.
Pigeon has to stay
here. And we're going to get you a couple extra pigeons so you and your sons can enjoy pigeons at home. No, we want that pigeon to bring it home. We want to fly it around our house.
Well,
Ellen, come on now. Wait. They're there. How many drinks would it take
for what?
Me to be duped by that? I'm sorry to say, but again, whoever gets this bird, watch out. It might just steamroll the whole competition because you know what? She just keeps adding what I call good luck to a pigeon like that. Ellen, you don't get it back, sweetie. It's up for grabs. And you know what? In all of our years of auction bidding, I never seen a job done like that. Round of applause to the Sutton family. Hey, when I see you, I'll say it again to your face. Mwah. Moving on. Oh, Michael Walsh says, looks like Super Bingo is sold out. I don't know if Super Bingo is sold out. Whoever got Ellen Sutton, LOL. Nobody's got it yet because if Super Bingo is sold out, someone's going to get shit on real good. Maybe somebody should call Ellen and say if she buys the squares, she can participate. But anyways, enough about Ellen. I'm feeling good tonight. Okay, we wanted to show some birds. Oh, another thing, guys. There are some prizes at Pigeon Bingo that you're going to receive. In those warm-up games, like, you know, the pretend shit-ons, like, you know, when you think it's coming but it's not. Fan holders. These scrapers are very good. Don't you think these are the best, Ricky? These are good ones.
I'm telling you, 100%.
And I love them. They don't flex. Very little flex.
And the other thing, they fit real well if you have a box perch.
Yeah.
What are they? They're 9.5 inches or something.
I think they're 8 inches. They're perfect.
Right in. They fit your hand. I'm telling you, it's like wearing a nice glove. They don't, like you can get one of those Richard scrapers.
Yeah.
Right?
Paints.
That scraper named after me. And you go in there and the darn thing goes, you use it 10, 20, 40 times. The damn thing breaks off. You know what I'm saying? They're over sharp. This is a perfect.
It's sharp, but it's blunt.
You won't believe it. You think I'm lying?
Yeah,
get one.
No,
it's a good one.
Another thing, we're gonna give some pot eggs away. So not only we got shirts, hats, cash prizes, scrapers, banders,
and Ellen Sutton.
You don't listen. If you've always wanted to be with her, this is your shot at doing it.
No.
This is your shot at doing it. If you want a piece of Ellen Sutton in your loft, in your heart, in your life, this is the time.
The granddaughter of Sam Marshall.
Right. Now, we got some birds to show.
Okay, before you get into this, I don't know what you're going to talk about us, but I just wanted to remind you of the great donation to the Pioneer One Loft race. And I think you should speak about that. I don't want you to miss that.
Hold on.
We're almost, okay, hold it. We're halfway through the show.
We're 45 minutes. We got 3 birds to show. We talked about Pigeon Bingo. There's salmonella going all over the world. And you know what? Go out there and get the donation, and we're going to talk about this. She's buffering. I love it here in the house. Go up and grab the first one. You want me to? I can do it. Do you want to do it?
A couple of donations.
The light checker. The light checker.
Hey guys, hopefully you can see us. Hopefully you can hear us. Hopefully I got my boxes.
So it sounded like the volume turned down there.
No, the volume's good. Volume is good. It's buffering a little bit on our end, but I'm not even going to worry about that because you know what? We're waiting for Elong to arrive. Is his name Elong? Anyways, the first bird we want to show tonight, I think it's kind of a very nice gesture. We were contacted by one of our flyers here in the race. He's participated. This is his third season here at Pioneer Village. Ross Vaquero won money last year. Each year he's won a little bit of money. And he said to us, he said that he had 3 young pigeons that he wanted to bring over. And he wanted to donate them. He wanted to not donate the birds, but he wants to donate all the winnings of these 3 pigeons to the Sick Kids Hospital.
Foundation.
The sick kids. Yeah, it's a hospital.
Yeah.
So he's put the 3 birds in. He's donating them. See if we can raise some money to get them activated. And all the winnings of these birds are going to be sent to the sick kids. This is the first bird. It is called For the Kids.
This is a
Nice pigeon.
gorgeous youngster.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
From Ross Vaquero. Again, just coming in. I would call it right here at the end. Nice little blue checker. I would think it's going to be a hen, maybe a cock. Who knows? There's a pair of nestmates and a beautiful pied. See, the flights are cut. And just a gorgeous pigeon.
God, gorgeous. The feather quality in this. And look at the back on this already.
Yeah, very nice. Vent bones are strong. A
Strong.
little bit of depth.
Yeah.
But good still. The muscles are very nice.
The
Very
bird-
well developed
The
pigeon.
bird hasn't even worked, and it's perfect.
There you have it. There you see it. Let me move this because we don't need to see eggs anymore. But this pigeon is one of the 3 that are going to be flying for the Sick Kids Foundation.
Mhm.
And somehow we're going to find a way to raise a little bit of money to get these birds activated. And these birds will be sold at the end of the season. And all the money will go to the Sick Kids Foundation for these 3 birds as well, providing they make it. So you guys have a real nice opportunity to help out the kids. And again,
You know, if I could say something, I thought Ross doing this
shut that window.
super, super, super.
I gotta watch it, eh? He leaves the windows open with the lights on so the mosquitoes start raping and pillaging you.
Pillaging you, not
Me, well, because I'm good looking. But anyways, here's the first bird up.
You're only good looking for so long, my friend. Some people don't realize
Hey,
that.
hey, Ricky, I'm good looking all the time.
Sometimes you may be good right at the end.
So there was the first one. Now, Mike Vanderyak asks, how is the smoke our way? Ricky, have you noticed any smoke around here?
You mean a fire around, or
Apparently, there's fires everywhere. Fires and more fires.
I haven't heard about it.
No fire. We don't see any fires. Maybe smoke's
Oh,
coming.
wait a minute. Hold on a minute. I was out today, as
Let me take that bird. You sit down and tell the
Okay.
story.
As Mike was saying,
Right?
and I thought there was a lot of haze around here.
That's the smoke they're talking
Yeah, I
about.
did. I thought when I looked, I said, "Holy jump!" And I thought it looks like it could be going to rain or something's happening with. And now, because I don't have the news on, and now that Mike said that, yeah, Mike, that haze that's around here, I guess that's smoke. I remember what was it? 2 years ago, they had smoke fires out west somewhere, and we had a lot of smoke. It was just a haze. It's like a haze. It looks like a haze.
Looks like shit.
Yeah. We had a lot of haze today, so that's smoke. I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know either.
I didn't have the news on. I don't like listening to the news because it depresses me.
And hold on, I do want to say this. A few things I want to say before we show the next bird.
Yeah.
Kill that. I think Gang was meaning it. That's a good thing. Trump 2024 says, you guys have too much devices using the internet. It's kind of buffering, close down the other devices. We got 2 cameras running. There's no other devices. Here's another one. Derek Tavares called me today. Derek Tavares is from Upper Canada Loft. He called. He bought some squares on Super Bingo. Thank you. I talked to his lovely wife, Lori Tavares. She's doing the paying, and she's sending friends and family. So thank you, Lori. I believe it's Lori. If I screwed up, don't worry about it. This is Stevie Ray Ricky. But we want to give a shout out to the Tavareses. Thank you for your support in the race. Thank you for buying the squares. You know what? Isn't it nice to hear the words thank you? Anyways, let's get a couple more questions in. The smoke has even moved in here. Yeah, I noticed.
So where's the smoke from? I
from the moon. I noticed yesterday when I was driving the whole way, it was low. It was smoggy.
I see smog.
Mike Vanderjak's on to
it looked
something.
like humidity or it's going to rain. That's what I thought. And I kept lifting my sunglasses to see, really, and yeah.
Mike Vanderjak says
from?
in Brantford today it was hazy. You could tell and you could smell. So Mike can even notice it. Again, Mike has very good nostrils. Very good.
Where's the smoke coming from?
We don't know. Charles Elbrick says the haze has reached all the way down in Maryland. So the haze is moving. Remember, guys, smoke, it floats. 2024 Trump says, so Ricky knows who Peter Quill is. Ricky is a movie guy. Ricky doesn't know who Peter Quill is. God, no, get away. Trump 2024, go away. Don't blow it. He's going to talk about this for the next week. Peter Quill. I don't know who that is, whoever it is. Mike, who is Peter? The smoke is coming from Quebec. There's our first problem.
Not Quebec, Quebec.
Who?
From Quebec. Don't you know it's only come back?
Hold on. Tracy comes off the top rope and says, over 160 wildfires in Quebec.
Oh, no.
To Nova Scotia.
Hold on. Nova Scotia has wildfires, too.
Well, from Quebec to Nova Scotia, there's 160. Yeah, thanks. Canada it's here down. Here down. Okay. Frank Eichhorn says, same thing here in Shelburne. Shelburne is the city they say that doesn't sleep. Frank's out partying after that big second place triumph. Jay-Z says he has it in North Carolina. You know what? I did want to show a super pigeon. I wanted to show another pigeon here. A friend of ours of the show.
Another iced tea?
You know what, Ricky?
I'm going to make one for you. Iced tea.
I want about that much vodka. Look.
Oh, you know
I want that much vodka. That much ice, a little bit of lime or lemon, and I'd like the rest of it with Pepsi.
You want ice?
Absolutely. Next pigeon up, and we're gonna let Ricky handle this one.
You want what do you call it? You want flat Pepsi or?
I want a fresh can. The first drink was shit. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to swear on that one. But anyways, next pigeon up. You want to handle a pigeon?
That's not swearing.
Shit, no.
If you don't, you know what?
From Josh Tribley of Aces High Lofts in Pennsylvania. Okay, this is the 5608. It's a blue checker hen. Baby Jesus of Jesus. Look at this hen. This is a super hen.
She looks like a yearling.
She looks like a yearling. She feels like $40 million. You know, when I go in and pick these birds for this,
see that white wattle.
Look at the nice wing. The feather quality on this pigeon. She's so nice. Let's just hold her up here. She's such a nice looking hen. She's got a bit of an ugly head on her.
Look at the show. I see the front on her, the shoulders on her. She's incredible.
She's a real, and hold on. when you have, and if you guys watch this show, write the number down, 5608. Make a note. Let's see. This is a pigeon that I feel that I can work with.
I see the front on her.
I can work with this pigeon. This pigeon is built to get up and go. It's not heavy. It's not bony. It's not carcassy. Got a nice eye. Very intelligent in the face.
But
Vent bones are the way God intended vent bones to be on a pigeon. Nice wing.
So you mean God flew racing pigeons as well?
Well, what are you going to do when you're up there? Come on, Ricky. Here, do you want some more flat? Oh, there's just enough flat Diet Pepsi for you. Again, guys,
Just to add some color,
it's
right?
funny, though. He didn't remember to add the line.
Just a little bit of color.
That's okay. I want you to handle this pigeon. Sit down. Now, tell me something. I'm going to ask you this.
Mhm.
Pioneer Hunger Games. Would you buy this pigeon? You got goosebumps.
See goosebumps.
Isn't that super?
Automatic.
Great quality. I mean, Josh and his family, they put such a nice. Now, we don't know if it's smart.
She's buoyant. Yeah.
We don't know that. But boy, isn't it
Look
built
at that.
right?
Look at that white water.
Yeah. Like a little light bulb. Eh?
Super. Yeah. Feather quality.
Feather quality, perfect. And again, Aces High Loft. This is the Ace of Spades. What a great name for this pigeon. Ace of Spades. Isn't it an ace pigeon?
Nice little hen. Yeah. Perfect.
Buoyancy. The
Now,
forearms
let's
nice.
just see
Yeah.
what's in this right up in here.
We need the head and the
That's
heart
big
to
thing.
work.
That's it.
But this pigeon's
No.
got all the tools to do it.
Like, look at me.
Who?
I'm good looking.
Oh no.
Everything else,
Uh-oh.
but I can't cook.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a carpenter.
Uh-oh.
I'm no good.
Are you ready to fire him up now? Then.
Yeah.
Should we? Should we introduce him to Cheddar Bob?
Okay. Cheddar Bob show.
Oh, FYI,
He's right there.
FYI, all the pigeons,
Mhm.
they're in. They all came in.
There was how many out there?
You guys want to see Cheddar Bob? We're going to show it to you. Trump 24 says, do you know those smoke goes through the U.S. to China? It passes through. Well, think about it. It comes from Quebec, which is east of us, northeast.
Northeast.
It blows down here. I see. And you know what? Now that Mike said it, I seen
I
it
didn't know
yesterday.
about that smoke. I seen the haze,
Right.
and I thought, oh, it looks like a humid day.
Now
Like
remember, the pigeons can navigate through the smoke. They've been living through forest fires for 200 million years. Anyways, Michael Peevler says, and again, round of applause for Michael Peevler. This is his first season officially participating in the Pioneer One Loft race as an actual participant. He has 7 pigeons donated by Ross Vaquero of Heavenly Lofts
Ross again.
off the top rope.
very
You know what? We're calling him
very
for the
nice.
the rest of the season. He's known as Off the Top Rope Ross. Michael Peevler named all the birds from Ross after the 7 dwarfs. Watch this one right now before we get to Cheddar Bob. Ricky, name the 7 dwarfs now.
Who, me?
You're Ricky.
Dopey,
Dopey,
grumpy,
grumpy,
happy,
happy.
bashful.
Yep.
Jesus, I can't. Grumpy?
You said that one.
Oh, did I?
Okay.
I can't do it. I got 4.
You got 4.
Yeah, 4.
That's better. Okay,
Okay.
next week we're gonna try him again, but we got to get to Cheddar Bob. Hold on, Mike Ortiz or Eddie Ortiz says
Look at
very
this. Look at this
hazy
bird.
here today in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Look at this bird. Look.
I know.
Look at that. Tail, spoon tail. Perfect.
Muscles are nice, buoyancy,
buoyancy.
And good
Feather.
and good muscle.
What are you feeding these things? Shit.
You know what?
There's old oil.
Gang 1's never left this country. Gang 1's never left the UK. Gang 1, I'll pay for you to come down here for the final 2 weeks of the races. Gang 1, you can be our celebrity liberator, and you can handle the weapons.
That.
Do you want me to tell you
There's a
why?
feather in that thing, man.
Do you want me to say why I say stuff like that? Oh, you know what I like about her?
It's short in the flight.
She's got one white flight.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to show Cheddar Bob. That's very nice of Ross. Guys, from now on, and Tracy, he's going to be known as Off the Top Rope Ross. That could be an award for a very creative name. Let me get to Cheddar Bob.
Okay, so hold on. So this is the very scariest part of the show.
Yeah.
So if you guys, I'm just saying, what do they say? No. What? Hello, this is Alfred Hitchcock. talking. Tonight's show, the evening show, will bring you a show of Cheddar Bob. Parental guidance should be advised.
Now, gang one,
No, wait,
we already
wait.
guarantee
Wait a minute.
gang one is going to be pulling his hair out.
This is Alfred Hitchcock talking.
Here we go. Off the top rope, Cheddar Bob, he's in the house. Cheddar Bob is new to the village.
Folks, if you can't, if you can't watch it, please turn your head and don't look.
Question is, how long has Cheddar Bob been a part of the Pioneer Village? How old is he now?
He's 3 months old on the 11th of June. It'd be 3 months old.
Hey, remember, inch by inch, brick by brick, mile by mile. And guess what Cheddar Bob's doing right now? He's helping build confidence to the Pioneer Blue Hawk. Here we go.
Before we show,
Can I just show it now?
I'm sure a lot of
Don't
you
say
have to
nothing.
leave and go to the washroom. I know what you're talking about.
Buy your squares, watch Cheddar Bob. Here he goes.
There he
goes. Lori Tavares, this one's for you. Look at Cheddar Bob go. What? He's Cheddar Bobbing it. Look at him. Look at him go.
Cheddar Bob.
Go, Cheddar Bob, go.
That's a good one. I like it.
You see him?
Yeah.
Where is he? Look, he's looking up at the bird.
Looking up.
He's looking up.
Oh, he's gonna
He doesn't want to walk on the ladder.
drink of water.
Drink of water.
He's
Look,
walking through the birds now.
look. Guess what old Cheddar Bob decided to do?
Get a drink.
No, now guess where he is?
He's right behind the drinker.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, here he comes.
Here he goes.
By the chute. Get out of my way. Hold
Get
on.
out of my way, please.
Listen, I've been here for 3 months. I'm here longer than most of you. And where does Cheddar Bob end up?
Back on the board.
Nope, in the loft he went. I had to go in.
Did he?
Well, because he couldn't then figure out how to get out.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what makes pigeon racing so much fun. Now, let's get back to the dart throwing, shit throwing stuff at us because of our buddy Cheddar Bob. Mike Vandriak says, it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye.
Who was?
Oh, maybe Mike hasn't told us. Mike, have you lost an eye? I don't know. Anyways, a real great video. Hey, let me ask you something. How many cats do we have here?
Right now, I lost count.
How many do you think you have? Roughly.
We have roughly probably 15 cats.
50.
Yeah, it was up to 29, and then the
males ran off.
Well, coyotes got them. The males run off. Whatever you're gonna do. Yeah, I got about probably 16.
16.
Yeah.
Plus we got a whole litter, another 12. So we could have, what, 25 again?
Yeah.
Seeing the cats on the grass, the kittens, they get in amongst the pigeons. What are you thinking of this? We're different than a lot of people.
Well, to get familiarized, as you see that kitten there, 3 months old, just mingling with the birds. And the birds get accustomed to that. They don't hurt the birds at all. They protect the birds. I've had the cats protect from raccoons here. They protect from weasels.
How do they protect from raccoons?
They guard the yard. They're out at nighttime,
Right.
and
Let me
there's
ask
no
you-
one. I seen on 2 occasions. One occasion, I seen 3 females attack a raccoon right in the backyard. It was unbelievable. They were like lions. There was raccoon fur all over the place.
Yeah.
Right?
They chased them up the tree. I seen it the other time too.
Yeah, and
Now,
I
let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Let's just hypothetically say you didn't have a one-off race. You had all your birds here, your own birds, and your young birds are out. The chutes are open. You're out, and all of a sudden you're out for the night. You're not going to be home till 3 o'clock in the morning. Are you worried with your chutes open, with this many cats around, that you're going to have a weasel or a raccoon go in?
Nothing's going to come around here. I'm telling you, these things are like guard dogs. I can leave my chutes open. I've had the cats right in the loft. They're sitting right in the loft, and the pigeons are walking in the loft right by the cats. It's people you wouldn't believe. But if you got a stray cat,
Okay, hold on.
okay, a stray cat comes in
Now,
from somewhere.
We're-
Man,
we're
you
gonna-
got big trouble.
we're going to put this to a rest here. So 2024 Trump says,
Mhm.
if one of those cats caught one taste of blood, you will be missing a pigeon each night. Hold on.
Okay, I have proof to
Hold
make
on.
a statement on that.
If we knock off a pigeon, hold on.
Mhm.
Have we knocked off pigeons
Mhm.
and the cats eat them?
Yes.
Yes. Can I ask you, have you had, out of the 15 to 25 cats that you have they ever killed a pigeon?
Never.
Now-
it's amazing. I can't believe it. I have had to eliminate birds, and I stopped doing it because I don't want feathers all over the back here in the patio or
Right.
whatever. Right. So in the past, I could knock them off because we're in the country here, and I'd give a good heave over the fence. The next thing and those cats are like retrievers too. They see me go a little over the fence into the bushes over there.
Bring the cat back.
They bring the bird back, the dead bird. They put it here on the patio. They're all starting to eat, and feathers all over the darn place. So I don't do that anymore. I take them somewhere else, another property we have, and I feed the coyotes over there. But
Not
they
one.
will not, take a live pigeon. But if I take a live pigeon and I kill it and I drop it down, 2 minutes later, the cat will pick it up and take it away and eat it. They'll bring it up, they'll shred it up, they'll whatever they do. Honest, I'm telling you the truth. I cannot believe it. They won't eat the live pigeon.
Can I ask you a question?
But they'll eat a freshly killed pigeon. If I drop it down, all of a sudden I'll say, Raymond, no, don't take it, man. I don't want all the feathers all over when they start plucking it off, right?
Right.
So I think if you have a cat, it's like my dogs. My dogs won't eat the pigeons.
No.
It's like
Let me ask you. If we notice with
it's. I got
Hold
the
on.
chickens. I got the chickens. The cats. My cats won't eat chickens. I've had a lot of guys say, "Oh, your cat's gonna eat the chickens." They won't because they're customer. And again, my good friend George McGoffin, he knows a guy that has a chicken farm with he has chickens. He has young chicks. The man purposely cuts a hole in sections like maybe 4 by 6 into his chicken pens. He's got chickens with chicks. He does that purposely to get rid of mice and rats.
he
in the
has
chicken
an
house.
easy access for the cats.
He made these holes so the cat can go into the section where the chickens have chickens, whatever.
Lucy, Lucy is our longest cat here for 4 years now.
Yeah.
She's mothered most of these cats.
Yeah.
Could you right now?
Mhm.
Right now.
We got to do. I'm
Hold
gonna do
on.
a video one.
Could
day.
you take her in any of the lofts?
And
Put
lo-
her in for the night. Actually, I want you to leave her in there for a week with just some cat food. What will she do?
We always feed our cats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. they're
Hold on.
fine.
We're not saying.
Sometimes we get up in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm out here at 8:00 in the morning, and we have a cat, or let's say her name's Diana. We have a Diana cat. My wife says, "Holy jumping!" And Diana's in the pigeon loft, and she's sitting on the ledge, going.
She got in there all night. She came through the door when we were
Yeah,
opening
she
and closing.
opened the door. She got in. I didn't realize. She's asking, "Please, can you let me out of the pigeon loft?" She was in the pigeon loft all night long.
All night long. And by the way, if a pigeon is aggressive one time, they get it. If they get a little funny, they get it. If we see it again, you know what we say?
I always teach them. I got the garden hose,
Or the stick.
and I got a good pressure on there. And I just take the garden hose.
Time for another
They
one.
get a little bit of pressure on there, and they start to learn. Don't be stupid.
Hey guys, like Lori Tavares just wrote in, guys, what are you waiting for? Buy those Pigeon Bingo squares. Remember, Super Bingo, $25 a square, or your regular Pigeon Bingo is $5 a square. $5 a square. The grand prize is always 50-50. Well, and the audience screwed me on this one. 25 times 5 is 125. Divide that by 2 is 62.50. That's what you're going to win at Pigeon Bingo. A win is a win is a win. Thanks to Lori Tavares. Thanks, Lori. Our third bird we're going to show tonight from America, Danny Lee. This is the 1068 Silver Cock.
Yeah, he's a good one too. Look at the shoulders on him, the front, the butts of the wings.
Look at the black or the dark
He's
dark red on the back of his head.
and he's tapered real nice to the back end. He's like a wedge.
A little deeper pigeon.
Yeah, he is spoon-tailed, isn't he?
Yeah. He's got a little bit more depth to him. Good muscle. Forearm's nice. Dropped already his first.
He's got a tight snap on that wing.
Yeah. Beautiful color to him. He's a cock. Here you go. And again, these birds have been here now about 3 weeks. Looking good. And the name of this pigeon, Silver Shadow. Great name for a pigeon. I kind of like the name.
Yeah.
Look at the back on him.
Very nice.
Very, very nice pigeon.
Spoon-tail,
Beautiful.
tight vent, a little deeper, but not bad. Once he starts working and puts a bit of muscle on, and believe it or not, with these flights pulled,
Hold on.
this guy's going to develop to be
More up front.
way more up front, because he's got less flights right now to pull his body, right?
Mhm.
So he's going to start pull harder to pull the body, make the body stronger. The body's going to be stronger. When that kind of pull comes into effect, you're also making the respiratory stronger, the heart stronger. Everything is stronger.
And I would almost believe his core has to get a bit stronger
Well, that all
because
comes
it's balancing.
You're 100%
Now,
right, Ryan.
We've just got some news, Ricky.
Look at this.
Tomorrow night, we are playing Game 3 of Pigeon Bingo,
Okay.
regular bingo, Game 4 of regular bingo. But now, tomorrow, somebody's going to get their shot with Ellen. Super Bingo has been sold out.
Oh.
Somebody is going to have an evening with Ellen Sutton. And you know what? It's more than just getting shit on. It's a season with Ellen.
The vent bones are a little small.
How can we even talk about a pigeon like this when someone is going to own a little piece of Ellen Sutton?
You know what I don't like when people handle birds?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Show me.
You say,
I do it.
handle the bird, hand the bird to Buddy, and he goes like this.
Sometimes
He goes, "Oh, it's not a bad bird." he turns the damn thing upside down. You know?
Right?
And when I see that in a person handling a bird, you have no character at all. So if you do it in life, teach yourself to be fair to the bird.
Well, hold the bird in balance.
Yeah, in balance.
Oh,
In balance.
Can I
You gotta hurl the bird. The guy's got a gun. He holds it like this. He goes, well, it's not that good. I don't really know. You see, it's not that good. Well, why don't you hold the damn thing upside down? That's what I'm saying. Hold it upside down and say, oh, it's not that good. You know?
And the other thing is, when you
I'm just giving you guys a little lesson, man.
and you know, I'll tell you, like Derek Walsh said, when you hold the birds calm,
That's right.
the birds calm down. And look, you can move the bird around. You see the balance, but you're calm with the bird. Going like this,
Holding it upside down, they say,
look, the bird doesn't feel good. Sometimes I might do it a little bit, but overall, that's what you're looking for. Hold the bird with some respect, and the bird will feel its balance in your hand.
don't hold it upside down
Anyways.
or whatever you do. I mean,
Tracy
that's just
Norway
one
says-
thing that just came out of my mouth. you know?
Tracy says, Bob Barker says, get your cats spayed and neutered. But if we got our cats spayed and neutered, would we have a moment with Cheddar Bob for you guys to share? No. So you know what, guys? Don't spay and neuter your cats. Let the good times roll. Most animals learn from, okay, Heather Green says, we have done round 4 yet. No. Tomorrow we're going to have 3 rounds of, wait. Yes, I believe tomorrow we're doing, have we done 3 rounds? No.
I think
No.
we've done 3 already.
We've done 3.
I think so. I think this is your 4th now, isn't it?
So we got round 4 we're going to do and Super Bingo. We got round 5 coming up. Whatever. We're going to do tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, Northern Pacific Time. Pigeon Bingo is going to be in the house. Ellen's going to be with us. Do you think we can ask her if she'll come on the show? Should we try? Who wants to call? Tracy, you're our cheer captain. Would you like to call Ellen Sutton?
Hold on. Helen Sutton.
I can't call her because there's
No, please don't call her.
her son and husband said they're going to kick my head in. I can't call. I'm afraid. Anyways, getting back to this, Mike Parrish says, animals learn from the parents. If the mother shows no interest, they learn. Okay? William says, that's a Jewish bird. He has a yarmulke on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Tracy, Will wins an award tonight for being the wittiest of the evening. Here's our Jewish bird with the yarmulke on. Oh boy. All these out there of the Red Loft. These are all out of the Red Loft, yes. The Red Loft is going to go out sometime this weekend.
No, I think she said, are all these birds out of the red loft?
Yeah, these are all out of the Red Loft.
Okay, yeah.
They're all out of the Red Loft. We want the Blue Loft coming in and out, in and out, in and out. We're going to ban the Blue Loft first.
Out and in.
Out and in, out and in, out and
Yeah,
in.
right. They go out first, then
Right.
they come in.
They're going to out first, then come in. Then what we're going to do is the Blues can stay in. The Red Loft's going to come out, in, out, in, out, in. In, out, in, out,
It's
out, in.
Like play my big guitar.
Yeah. Then what we're going to do is all the kids get to go and have fun together.
Once both lofts, because it's all one, very close, but we want to make sure the one loft first, the blue loft, goes in and out, confident. Then we're going to close them in for a day or 2. We're going to let the the red loft out, confident. Everybody's confident. And that's the way we go.
Is this pigeon's
This
is pigeon's fingers in between my hands?
No. If this thing knew he could fly, he
Right.
would.
He would. I always find people handle pigeons and they're holding the pigeon. Your hands never have to even hold the pigeon. Hands can be open.
He's ready to.
He's ready to go. But
That's good.
wait. We're calm. And we're not calm. Are there anything about that? No, I don't. I think I've learned from doing photos of pigeons. The palm of your hand and the palm of your foot and your neck and your little elbow, they're all sensitive, ticklish spots. You rub a pigeon's foot. Now, I want you to do this. I want you to tell me what you feel. Put the pigeon in your hand like this. You don't have to hold them. And you take this finger. And you rub his foot. Tell me what you feel in the stomach of the pigeon. Tell me if he's laughing. And remember, you'll feel when he's calm. What do you feel? He laughs.
Yeah.
He laughs. He's excited. Oh, that tickles, doesn't it? So when I do photos of pigeons, I learn. I take all the rings off well before I photo the birds, because messing with the bird's feet, bird don't like it. Like I don't like it. Like most people don't like getting their feet touched. And you notice that with that pigeon. Just rubbing the foot, he tightens up. So when I hold pigeons a lot of the time, I never hold the feet. I'm not interested. The back, you can rub this part of his foot. He's not going to laugh like your hand or the top of your foot. You won't be ticklish. But once you, is he doing the same thing? No, he's not, is he? The top of the foot is not ticklish, but do it on the bottom and feel. You feel it in his stomach. He
A little bit.
little bit. No, you got it wrong. I'm talking about the pigeon body, how you hold them. Okay, so let's read his question again. Let me read it again. Trump 2024 says, Ryan, when holding a pigeon, some pigeons you are able to put their feet between your middle and pointer finger.
Right. Which I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Right. I can do that.
And some, you just hold them in the palm of your hand without putting the feet between your finger. Is there anything about that?
You got to watch it, because if you don't really, you can feel the explosion in the bird.
You know,
and if you go with a bird, like right now, I don't have the bird's legs between my two fingers like this.
Yeah.
Because I trust the feeling in the bird. Okay. You got to have that.
You almost call that a pigeon whisper. You feel what you're feeling.
Yeah.
You're reading the energy of the pigeon.
The energy of the pigeon. And like you say, if you don't have that, sometimes you let them go like this. Like, you got to have that, again, the pigeon fingers.
No.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Trump says maybe some pigeons have longer legs. Some pigeons, I think, stand a bit taller. Maybe they have a little bit longer of a leg. I never worry about that. Like I say, when I handle a pigeon, or when I see you handling the pigeon, I already see the way he's handling it. I know how this pigeon's going to act in my hands. It's not skittish.
I always have control. Try to have control. I mean, I wouldn't handle a pigeon like this outside, like free. Something goes over, boom, she's gone. So I always have control.
Right.
You see my two fingers here? I
Okay,
have control.
so what I want you to do.
I'll almost have him harnessed, but he doesn't know it.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know it.
And again,
if he acts stupid, bang, I got it.
The more of these pigeons at home, the more you handle your pigeons. Put them in a basket, take them out of the basket. Put them in a basket, take them out. The more you handle, maybe the guy who had this bird handled it a lot. Danny Lee handled them.
Well, exactly what you've just done right now.
You're building. The bird builds confidence in you.
You put your hand towards me, and I'm handling the bird.
He's not moving. See,
this bird is very docile.
Right. He should be moving.
Okay.
Can I ask
But some birds, you just put your finger up like that. He's like, and the other thing too is, the one thing that really annoys me is I have people over to visit, and they're in the loft.
Oh,
and they go,
watch this. Here we go. Ready? Here it is.
That's a nice blue bar there. It is nice, and it's healthy. You can see it's healthy. That one's nice, and this one's nice. And the birds are all going like, holy shit. maybe you know something about pigeons, but I don't think. Put your hand like that.
Mhm.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't think Daddy told you, don't point at the pigeons. You got to sit there once you mature and say, you know that blue bar that's sitting beside the blue checker? Richard? Yeah. That's a nice looking pigeon. I got guys bring
Well-
birds over in baskets and they go like this. Got a basket full of birds. And I watch the birds in the basket. He's going, see that one? That's out of this. See that one? See this one?
And
And,
the
all the
bird-
birds in the basket are going, womp, womp, womp. Like,
Well, hold
hey,
on.
folks,
Hold on.
there's a lesson right
If
there.
you got 3 blue bars in the basket, you
Just
see,
say-
you see the blue on the left with the thicker bars,
That's it.
right? Or you,
Yeah, the little blue with the little tick eyes. Did you see it over there?
Do you
The little blue with the
do
little
you
tick eyes.
know?
Little
do you
kid,
know one
little
thing?
kids,
Do
4
you
years old, do
know
that.
One thing I noticed in Europe:
What?
not one pigeon man in their loft
Mhm.
points.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll say, "You see the big blue cock with the 3rd bar? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the smoky blue over there?
Over there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They speak pigeon language.
That's
They don't
right.
do this. Okay, but anyways, we got some questions
No,
coming.
that,
Hold on.
That's a learning lesson,
Put
right?
that bird back and grab the blue. We got one more to show. This show's firing up. And pass me over the SKOL Premium
Okay.
with a Pepsi. We're having some fun tonight. Hold on. Okay.
No, I
See how your dad holds the pigeon. Maybe some pigeons have longer legs, no. Or do they all? I don't know. Some pigeons you can't put their feet between your fingers. I don't. Yeah, if I can't put my fingers between them, I can pinch them. Pinch them. If I have to. I don't even pinch hard. I just put them between so they can feel it. I have to ask, is this Ellen bird, the bird that was taken out of the auction? How did you get? No, this wasn't that bird. This bird was bought at the Board and Bond auction by Ellen, or sold from Ellen. It was bid up to $500, which we bought it. It was resold at the Pioneer Hunger Games auction. Ellen tried to buy the bird back, but when she realized she couldn't get the bird back to her house, she didn't pay for the bird. And it wasn't Ellen. It was Ellen's either boyfriend, son, someone she works with. I don't know. It was a guy. Anyways, so this bird now, hell with it. It's up for pigeon bingo. Because you know why? We're having fun here. Next question. Do birds eventually burn out? Do birds eventually burn out? How many races can pigeons fly in a lifetime? Well, in Europe, shit, I think in old birds or yearlings, pigeons can fly like 20, 25 weeks. You know, I think the harder you're going to take them down the road in the race season, the less road work you're going to have to do, or you better. And you better know, I think there's times when you got to mentally rest them. I think there's times when you can play them. And I think in North America, because we don't have the amount of races in a season, we will never know that because we don't play it enough. I do think that a one-off race, in my personal opinion, I would like to see a 20-race series. Can you imagine that? A 20-race series. 20 races in one season. Will it come? Yes, it will. I'll be the first. Hold on. Trump 24, Eddie Ortiz says, how long have you been flying? Again, guys, this isn't about picking fights, remember. The only people you can fight with are us. And you know why? We're pigeon flyers. We're all assholes. And so are you guys, but we love you.
I've been flying 62 years.
Okay, hold on. Don't know where you are going with this. Who knows? It doesn't matter. I want to know if champion pigeons have different feet. There's only one thing I can tell you. Feet don't fly. All pigeons are different, and I think pigeons and people, dogs and cats and everything, they're different. Take a look at take a look at take a look at Secretariat. Greatest horse they say was the perfect horse in stature. Take a look at Northern Dancer. He was the non-perfect horse. Take a look at Seabiscuit, a non-perfect horse. You know, Northern Dancer was a superior breeder. Secretariat was a perfect horse that couldn't breed anything.
Take a look at the sprinter there that just, who was it, that tall fella?
Yeah. Usain Bolt. They said a man that tall can't run fast.
Well, what about the other guy that did all that championship, the short fella?
Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson was another one, right?
Okay, hold on. 20 races are 20 weeks. How about Saturday and Wednesday racing? No, Mike. I think if I was to ever do 20 weeks, in my perfect one-loss season, birds come in for a season, they amalgamate, they train out to 100 miles or 150 and they're parked. And then on the second season, they get trained out again to 100 or 80 miles or 50 miles, good trained. And then they go 20 weeks, up, down, up. That's what my perfect season would be. And I think
When would that start here, the 20 weeks?
20 weeks would have to start in June. June, July, August, September. What is that? What's wait, what's that? What's
5 months.
5 months? So, yeah, middle of May to October 1st. But, yeah, and I think, guys, let's not overthink this. David Tracy hit it right on the head.
Mhm.
Perfect pigeon, perfect forearm, perfect back, perfect length of leg, perfect feather, perfect eye, perfect throat, perfect breeding. But Mr. Basket, he's going to tell you really just how good that pigeon is. Because I will tell you guys, you can have him
You're
and me.
100%
Him and me are partners. But we always, in every season, we have a third partner that we never give any credit to. That's the Basket. Because he ain't going to lie. He's not sugarcoating it for you. He just tells you straight up what you really don't want to hear. That pigeon that you thought was great.
But you have to have good management
And respect.
and respect.
Respect.
Respect and good management. Don't think that you're going to get a basket of 20 birds and just start dumping them off and doing all kinds of crazy things with it. And then you're going to start blaming birds because it's your fault. I remember years ago, I had some fellas come over. They wanted to buy 4 young ones off me. I said, yeah, no problem. Here I have a group of young ones. I said, pick out 4. They picked 4 out. And I saw the fellow a year after. And he said, you know, out of those 4 pigeons I got off you, and he wasn't in a club or anything like that. He said there was only one good one out of that group of 4. He said it was a very dark red. That's the shit that came out of that bird.
I handle him so good.
Yeah.
He's relaxed.
How are you taking care of them things? I mean, what's the put it on the scraper?
No.
You know,
It's a gift.
Anyways, getting back to my story about trying to make judgments on your birds when you're a bad manager, making judgments out of good birds. And I said, yeah. He said, only one good one. I said, well, how'd you figure out only one good one? And the guy sounded like he knew what he was talking about. You know, and he said, I took the 4 to Montreal in February.
Minus 20.
Minus 20 or whatever it is. Minus 15 if it's even 0. Minus 4. And I let them go in February from Montreal to Toronto, which is roughly about 350 air miles to this area. And he said, I only got one back, the red. That's the only good pigeon I bought off you. I'm sorry, but let's think about it, people. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, don't talk. Don't tell me. Don't talk stupid. You don't know what you're doing. You know. I'm saying be fair to the birds. You know. I know other incidences. The guy didn't train. He was busy at work. He took his birds to the first race. He felt he was way off. He lost birds way off. I heard him talking at the club to another fellow. He said, well, I'm off a bit this week. You know, they haven't been trained. I was so busy doing my work. And then the other fellow says to him, well, give them 2 35-mile tosses this week, and you'll see you're going to be right on top. Like, what I'm saying is the blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? And when I hear that shit.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You look in pretty good shape. Pretty good.
Yeah.
You think tomorrow you want to go for a 25-mile bicycle ride?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Can you do it?
I have more common sense. I can't do it.
Can I ask
It
you?
don't matter how good a shape I
Do you want to
look.
go for a 1-mile bicycle ride tomorrow? Probably.
No.
Around the block, slowly.
Forget it, right?
Slowly. But
Yeah.
we won't drop you to 25 miles. Anyways, you want to know what's here?
Basically, yeah.
The blind leading the blind.
Blind leading blind.
And you know what I love? You know what I love? Just take them. Just take them.
Be fair.
Drop them in the basket. That's
So
it.
Mr. Basket can be the judge, but you have to be fair. Right?
And hold on.
The bird's got a law fly.
Let me say something about this pigeon.
Bird.
This pigeon is a Canadian pigeon.
Mhm.
Askell Loft. Okay? Blue bar, this pigeon's name is Magic 7. Feel the nice warmth in this pigeon. Again. I'm just picking pigeons random in the loft.
Look at the
I don't know who
Take a look.
Askell Loft
Take
is.
a look at the droppings. You
Hold
can't
on.
see it. Put it on the
Hold
thing.
on, no.
You can still
Look,
pick it up.
Look. Hold on.
Excuse me.
I like what I see.
You
Put it on a cracker
you
and eat
should-
it.
Yeah, you should be able to take the dropping and put it in your pocket and walk away.
Guys, all these birds are available. Pick pigeons for the Hunger Games. Participate. You buy the bird in the Hunger Games and you win the double money. We're going to win the board and bond race. You know why we're going to win it? Because we're going to try to win it. And if everything works out,
God, the feather
We're gonna
on this
win.
bird, man. This is incredible.
no
all
high dollar feed. Corn, wheat,
barley,
turkey grower pellets,
Barley.
barley, all in one grit, salt,
and soybeans.
and soybeans. That's it.
Come and handle it, folks.
And like I say, everyone
And I'm taking a shit right now.
is welcome. And that's what this is about. It's about showing people you don't have to buy the big dollar feed. You don't have to.
It's all marketing, my friend.
But you have to know how to feed.
We went a few years ago before the that COVID sickness came out, and we sat down with Emil Denny's at Annex Gochan's, and Emil Denny's and I were talking about
Feed.
feeding pigeons, and he's born a pigeon flyer.
100 years his family.
His family's 100 years in pigeons. We're talking about feed, and we talked about all this high quality mixed feeds and all that. And Emil said to me, "You know, a lot of that's feed. It's in there." He said it just goes in and gone. Out. It does nothing. So you've got to have a chemistry in your excuse me, in your system.
You know, I'll tell you.
We're talking about feeding. Yeah.
I'll say. I've talked to some of the very best flyers in Belgium and Holland and Germany, England, Ireland, Scotland. I asked the same question. Out of all the feed you feed, you could only feed one feed, only one, to go to battle with. What would it be? Do you guys know what their answer was? Post it in the comments below. Those are the shits I was talking about. Use them as darts on the bingo board. Yeah. Oh, I know. Now I get what you're saying. Throwing the darts. Yeah, Trump 2024 or 2024. I kind of like that idea. It's fun. No, we're gonna let the pigeons do it. Some when they get on the board there, they're excited, a little nervous. We hope for always good ones. Tomorrow night, we're going to play Pigeon Bingo at 7 p.m. We got the super board. We got game 4. If game 5 sells out, we're going to get that one done. I don't know if 3's been done. I don't know. We're going to be on tomorrow. We're going to have enough birds on for you guys to watch Pigeon Bingo.
Is this going to be Ellen Sutton's bird maybe on?
Ladies of the night.
It would be nice if we could have Ellen Sutton come on and
why
talk
don't-
a little bit of these birds.
Why don't we call her and ask her to put her bird in when it's her round? We should get her bird to do the crapping.
I think.
Plop, plop, plop.
Verified the band.
We could try it. Let's hope it's still here. It's been outside.
It's outside today, yeah.
Oh, it's been outside 3 or 4 times. Hold on. Ricky, I don't know if you heard this, and there's been some answers here.
Or some questions.
Answers to my question.
Oh.
I've asked Guy Vandenauer. He works at Van Roby's.
Yeah.
I've asked every breeder that we've represented in auction. Sonia, Annex, Emil Denny's, Verstrada, Derek Walsh, Formula One, Darren May. I've asked all these top flyers. Surge. I've asked them all.
Yep.
You can only have 1 grain to feed the pigeon to go to battle. Only 1.
Mm-hmm.
Not a mix, only 1.
Right.
Do you know what they said their number 1 feed was that they would pick?
I can answer, I think.
Okay, now,
Corn.
can I tell you something?
What?
100% that's the answer. That's the answer. Now, David Tracy said corn. Michael Peevler said corn. Eddie Ortiz said barley. Corn. Corn, corn, corn. Corn, 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 corn.
But
If you wanna know-
You can regulate the amount of corn. You understand what I'm saying?
It's like a volume on a radio.
Yeah. You just,
But
short races, I give them short amount of corn.
if you want to feel the best feather on a pigeon, the best, the most softest and silkiest, here's a trick.
I say corn.
Hold on.
Corn.
I want you to go to a local feed mill. And I want you to buy a bag of whole big corn.
Yeah. Not that dent corn.
Not dent corn.
No.
Cow's corn.
Yeah.
Get it? Run your hand through it. And if she comes out like she's got baby powder on it, feel your hand. That's called super feather. Corn gives that to you day in and day out. Ricky, the diet of these pigeons, would you say it's over 50% corn right now?
Yeah, I would say 50.
50. You had dry feather yet?
No.
Are they molting?
Nope. Perfect body weight.
Perfect body weight. Do they love to eat it?
They love it.
They love it.
I know the interview that we didn't do, but someone did with Staffan Riet, top flyer in Belgium in the 80s. Top. They asked him, what kind of feed do you feed your birds? You guys can go and look at this video. It's on there. He said, I feed the cheapest feed I can buy. They asked him, what do you put in the water? Any special? I just give them clean water. That's it. But he knew how to regulate the amount of feed, cheapest feed he could buy. That's what he said. And this man was blowing them away in Belgium, flying races, short races, every day of the week, and betting on the pigeons and making money. Staffan Reed.
Okay. The cheapest feed. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, cheapest feed you could buy.
And he was a sprinter, and
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I don't believe you need high dollar feed. I don't believe it. I know on a camera, high dollar feed looks great.
Mhm.
High dollar feed looks fantastic. But like Emil Denny said, all in, all out.
Out.
Now, we got some here. Mike Vanderyak says, let me get to Mike first. Sorry, Trump. Mike Vanderyak says, I have done it, and so did my mentor, Roy Bunston. Peas. Okay, he says peas. Now, Trump 24 says, go for green plants like lettuce, kale, char instead of barley. Okay. Pigeons love greens.
They love it.
They love it. And guys, they are more fussy than the women you date. They like fresh. Give it to them for an hour and it's done.
I don't know what's going on, but my pigeons love the helicopters, the maple seeds.
The maple seeds.
Maple helicopters.
We're gonna tonight
they love them.
And hold on. The helicopters,
I don't
the
see
maple seeds. Tonight the pigeons they had no breakfast.
We
today.
call them helicopters.
Helicopters.
Yeah.
We're gonna show them. Do you want to go grab one?
Grab a helicopter.
Grab a helicopter. Twister. Up. Come on. We're going to show you this. Now, the birds that go out today, they go pick on the lawn. They're hungry. They're learning their flights. They're into the bugs and whatever.
They're not really that hungry.
They're picking. They're curious. They're picking. They will eat these helicopters, and they're green. They're seeds. In the loft, you'll see throw up these seeds. Body isn't used to it. They throw them up, but they love them. And they keep eating them. They keep eating them. They keep eating them. We're going to show you what we talk about by these helicopter seeds. I don't know how they get the seeds out, but they do. Anyways, Mike Vanderyak says, when I go away in the winter for Ricky, Mike Vanderyak says this. When I go away in the winter for 2 months, my birds get 99% peas for 2 months. Can I ask you something?
Right.
I'm going to give you for 2 months, right?
There's some helicopters.
There's a helicopter. Now,
there's a seed. I don't know how they do it.
They get it out, but pretty much, hold on, let's pop her out. There it is.
They do a shake, shake.
And there's the little seed. Now, let's try a seed.
What is it?
It's a little bit bitter. Not bad.
It's almost like a, what do you say? Like, what do you call that?
And that's the color of it. It's completely lime green. It's a live seed.
Mhm.
They'll eat it. And you'll see throw up. They throw them up. They eat too many. And
how many throw them up though?
oh, you see throw up of these seeds. I see it.
I tell you, they don't taste that bad.
No, they're not bad. They're sweet.
Mm.
They're almost like a pea.
Or
A green pea?
Or almost like a peanut. They have a peanut
Yeah.
taste.
Okay.
But I've seen
So
them,
my question-
they take them and they, for some, I don't know how they do it, but they shake them and then that comes off. See that?
Yeah, they take the hair off.
They take that, whatever you call it.
They take the copter off.
Yeah, and then they eat this part.
Oh, you see, watch how they fall. It's
See, a lot of
beautiful.
people know how they fall.
Yeah,
They're helicopters.
they're helicopters.
And they eat that. Look at that. I just pushed that off.
Comes off.
Hmm.
If you were in the woods, you'd probably eat these.
God, man, you can survive on this stuff.
Hey, tomorrow's salad with helicopters. Hold on, we got more comments. My question to Mike is, why would you feed birds for 2 months straight peas? To me,
There's a lot of high protein.
I don't know. I'm not into that. Trump 24 says, when they eat that, you can fly them well on a race day. Corn, yeah, of course. Aren't those toxic?
These?
I don't know if they're toxic.
What do you mean toxic? Why would they be toxic?
But it's funny, when the pigeons first come out, they'll eat them, and then all of a sudden they stop eating them. Do you ever notice that?
Well,
Maybe they
yeah.
need a good night out. Birds will eat more corn in the winter due to the cold weather and less corn in the summer. The trick, oh, no. They won't eat corn in the summer. Yes, it's warm, but you're overfeeding them at the beginning of the week. Remember, low to high. If you want your pigeons to perform at the end of the week, you better build up the fire in the belly to eat. You need them to eat at the end of the week. The beginning of the week, bring them down. You don't have to depurify them, but take the good feed. If you feed this much, right full at the end of the week, during the week, you want to be half. So they got hunger built. I want to eat. I want to eat. I want to eat. So when you give them the corn or the peanuts or the cashews or whatever, they eat. And they're so ready to eat that they pack it in.
energize them.
Energized. But that's me. People say my birds don't eat. Check the temperature. Check the temperatures. It's warmer weather, back the feed off. Because at the end of the week, if it's hot, you need them to eat. Because everyone else around you doesn't know how to back them off. They're all in the same boat. The peas come close to being a complete diet. Mike, if the peas come close to being a complete diet, then why in the hell don't you race on peas? And I will tell you, I've met nobody in Europe that feeds one grain for an extended period of time. Dave says, I'm from Ireland. You feed what suits you and your schedule and your system. Don't baby one breed of bird, or feed no bird will race without heart. So basically what he's saying is pigeons got to have the brain and the heart to do it. I agree. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. His brain is got it. His heart has got it. But then what he's added to it is the nutrition. He's added the diet. He's added the training. He's added all the other steps. That's the truth. Great point, Dave. I mean, Trump 24 says, I mean, when they eat char, kale, and lettuce, they fly better. Well, sure. The more stuff you give them, obviously the better they're going to do. I think. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's working with professional athletes, right? I did it for 20 years. My question is, you've done it for 20 years. You think there's another way? I said in 20 years, you've done it for 20. All the pros I talk to, I'm not one. I'm the farthest thing from a professional. I never had one say that. Never. But hey, I went to one guy's place out in Guelph. He fed barley all winter, straight. You guys ever feel a piece of cardboard? You ever see so much shit on the bottoms of birds' tails? on the tops of the tails,
And their feet.
feet. He fed barley all winter. Top flyer. Sells birds. Best of yellies. Barley. I want you guys to just eat chicken for 2 months. Tell me how you feel. I'm just going to say, I'm not saying peas aren't great. They probably are. I'm not going to do it. Mike does it. Guys, you can ask Mike about it. AMUR maple trees. The helicopters are called Samars. They are edible.
They taste good.
You're good to go. All right. Franco Basiglia off the top rope, like Ross Vaquero. And hey, he's participating. Hey, guys, Franco Basiglia not only is participating in the Pioneer One Loft race, he's also participating with his whole team in the Pioneer Hunger Games. He's also going to buy squares for game number 4 or 5, whatever we're on in Pigeon Bingo. Oh, and one more thing. He took a great photo when he came over. He was super excited. And you know what? He's having fun. So, round of applause for Franco Basiglia from Mississauga. Come on, let's give him a round of applause.
What should I say?
All right.
I do believe that Franco, he works for, he's an arborist. And he knows about this.
Right, hold on.
And they do taste good. He says they are edible. But if you have the time, this is like a delicacy, eh? You got to pull them out. And the birds, I've seen them, they take it and they shake them somehow.
They do better with their beak than you do with your fingers.
They shake that, which I just did. They have a way of shaking it.
And they pop
And
them.
then they pop them.
Okay. So Mike Vanderjak's going to set me straight. Now you have heard of one. I told you one. Roy Bunston. The other, so now he's told me about one. Okay. Okay. Good? Bad? I don't know. I'm going to now ask breeders that I go visit about this pea thing because of Mike. Remember, I'm not a pro. I learn. But remember, one thing I do like to do, I like to follow or find things that the supers do. The same things. Richard does that. Derek Walsh does that. Emil Denny's does that. But in all their things they tell me, that's the same, that's the same, that's the same, that's the same. That's what I take.
A lot in common.
A lot in common. I take the common things. There could be something off the top rope. For instance, Mike's saying about this pea thing.
Right?
So Mike's 1. Mike and Roy are 2. But I've talked to 70 breeders that blow me out of the water.
Top notch.
Better than anybody, most guys that I talk to.
So what,
I haven't heard it.
What would they be in the top percentage of how many flyers out of
In the world, the best. I don't know.
100,000 flyers?
Who knows? Millions. Hold on. David Tracy's back. We had a super tough 4 to 500 this past weekend. A 150 would send those birds again. And a 150. Would you send those? Wait. Let's read this. We had a super tough 4 and 500 this past weekend. A 150, would you send the birds again?
To a 150?
Yeah. Sure. I mean,
And then what's going to happen after?
I don't know. I would say I have to know how the results were of your own, like the results of your loft.
How do the birds look?
And then I have to look at the results of who you were flying against to see how close your birds were to the top. If your loft, you know, if there's 50 guys in your combine, and you know your loft is clocking in the 30th loft to clock, or 35th loft, or 25th loft, you're at the back of the pack. The birds are worn. They're starting to wear, or your system's not right. But if you're in the first 5 to 10 lofts, you're up there, you're boom, 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 they come good. Yeah, I think you can go back again.
And
Again,
how did your birds bounce back
Yeah.
after the race? How did they look when they came from the race? Did they look like you went in the loft after they showed and they looked pooched on the perch? Right? That means they worked. But go back 2 hours later and take a look. If they look like they never went, that's a real good sign.
hold on.
But if you
Hold
go
on.
back in 10 hours later and the bird still looks pooched, and go next morning and they look pooched out, you're not going back.
Mike asked this question. You're the one that asked this question. If you were to pick one grain, Mike,
Oh, 1 grain.
the question was, if you were to fly your pigeons on 1 grain, fly them. Fly them. It's corn. If you want to come at it with peas, there's no problem. How many pluggers you got? Babies.
This year?
No, this year, last year, and the year before. You got 10?
Yeah.
I'll fly them on straight corn and you fly straight peas. It'll be over. Not for me. Not for Plugger, but for you. I love you, Mike. Really just barley for years. How can they get nutrition? How do they grow these feathers? You're right. How do they do it? I don't know how they do it. But barley, they do it in the wintertime. He does it in the wintertime when they're molting, when they're cold, when there's no sunlight, feeding them straight barley. Did you know the result on the pigeons were? Shit. Big pigeon man, isn't he? Thought he was big. He's big. He's big. When I switch, Mike Vanderdyke says, when I switch from nest flying to classic widowhood, I switch my feeding methods. I was talking about feeding or racing. Racing. But overall, I think I'll take corn over peas on any season. Yeah, our Dave McHenry says, yeah, our pros. If you weren't, they wouldn't have followed. Having big respect, hope we can bring it to Europe sometime in the future. Got to respect the goats, yes. And guys, these people I ask, they basically live off of the pigeons. They're the best. They're the highest percentage. They're the pros. They're the Ronaldos. They're the Wayne Gretzky's. They're the Mario Andretti's. They're the best of the best. David Tracy says, I think I won the 400 and second on the 500. Congratulations, David Tracy. Tough weekend. You're right at the top. The pigeons will tell you, look at the pigeons. You'll see it in the pigeons. Remember, you don't have to send them all, but you send what you think. We talked to Team Plateau. He's a different kind of guy. He says they go every week. But you have to see it in your birds. I know he watches his birds. He plays it a certain way. But hey, you do what you want. Trump 24 says they would be like street pigeons. Very skinny pigeons. No wonder.
On barley.
Street pigeons eat everything. There was better feather on street pigeons than what I handled. Oh, the top clockers seem to bounce back quickly. Yeah, the top clockers will. And you ever notice when pigeons come home, they could look real good, but they can look real beat. And then you look to see how quick they come back. By Monday, if you race on Saturday, you better see perfection starting to look alive by Monday.
Well,
And I don't mean they don't have to loft like
I'd
good.
like to see them bounce back 100% at the latest Sunday.
Well-
Sunday morning. if they come at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they're beat. By 8 o'clock, I want to see them bouncing right back. That shows they worked very hard. They got their drink, whatever, water, whatever, their feed. But within a couple hours, if you can see them bounce back, and you can invite somebody in and says, pick out my first bird. 2 hours after the bird came from the race, and he can't pick it out. That pigeon is, and by Sunday morning, that thing's rated a lot.
I normally notice your top 2 or 3 pigeons on the day.
Yeah.
Or your first drop.
Yeah.
It depends on how hard the day is.
Right.
Let's say it's a tough day. Normally, your first 2 to 3 pigeons, you'll see them come back real quick. You'll normally notice after the pigeons that are half an hour behind those first birds to an hour, to 2 hours to 3 hours. You'll normally see them by about Sunday night. They're coming back around. But the very first ones, you are right, within a few hours, bang, they come back because they didn't burn it. They burnt it, but they had the juice.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mike Vandriak says this. The difference is I have done it and you are just guessing. Mike, I'm guessing. Did Mike? No. I love you. You're a fan of the show. Pioneer Gold Band race? Did you fly all 4 races? Did you finish? You start, you finish. No. No, you didn't. I'll fly on straight corn and do it because I can and I will. And you're right. I talk a good game. Can I really do it? The challenge is there. 10 birds, $1,000. Bring your 10. I'll bring 10. Let's go to work. No problem. I'll feed corn and put it on camera. I'll buy the feed that you need for you. Give it to you. I'll show every feeding I do. I don't worry because I'm going to win. I love you, Mike. I think you have to rethink how to feed pigeons. I think I have to. Lots of ways to feed pigeons. Does he fly race or combine? He flies race, a little bit of combine. Yeah. I don't know. Mike Parrish says, I moved my young birds to a new loft. Ricky, this one's for you. I moved my young birds to a new loft. I built. Lots of birds are older. How long before I can let them out? I'm running out of time. Start racing in August. Mike, I told you earlier. Ricky, give him your spin on it. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make myself a drink.
Well,
He's racing in August. Does he have time?
oh yeah, he's got lots of time
They're older. They're older too. Think so.
to break them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they've been loft flying already. I'll take them to the new loft. I would give them an aviary so they can look out. You don't need a large aviary. I would make them feel comfortable in the new loft by feeding. And I would make sure that they recognize you for feeding. Again, make them comfortable, make them a little bit weighted, body weight. And then I would cut the feed I'd make them so that when you walk in that yard, they're crawling the wire or crawling the fly pen to see you for feed. And then
In and out, in and out, in and out.
in and out that fly pen.
And
And I would
I said to him as well.
when you go to let them out, I would give them a bath in the fly pen or wherever you're letting them go. Let them have a bath, and or let them out on a rainy day. And
I don't even think you gotta worry.
they gotta respect you. Look for you when you're walking down the loft. They gotta feel like,
And lock them out in the
If-
Avery.
yeah.
Lock them out for 8 hours.
yeah,
Open the chute and call them in.
boom.
And
Make-
3 days will.
make them respect you. Yeah, crawl the wire and follow you in the loft. And if you whistle, you talk to them. Follow you in the loft, and they respect you. I'm saying, but you don't want them starved, skinny starved. Before you decide, we're going to let them out in 2 weeks. Get them up there, get the body weight on them, and then the last 4 or 5 days, get them to respect you, get them to look for you when you come in. The feed pail, they should be there, and you'll have good luck. Let them out with a bath. Have a bath.
And don't even worry. Just let them out. And remember, if you do that for a week or 2 weeks, you only want the ones. They'll figure it out. Nothing wrong. Figure it out. If the loft are in the same yard, 3 days. I agree. I mean, let the birds. The birds. I don't know if the loft.
So has
is.
he got them in the same
I
yard?
don't know. If the birds are going in and out of the Avery, they understand that. Lock them out in the Avery for 12 hours and then let them in. Let them come in for food and water. Give them no water in the Avery, no food, let them in. What do they say? Thanks for letting me in. Do that for 2 or 3 days. Then back to feed right off.
Those birds should be coming at you with their wings
And
open.
By the way, when you want them to know when they're ready, have them in the loft, open the Avery and give them a call. They should come out and say, hey, boss, where the hell are you? Feed them through the wire. Take the feed out of your hand.
That's right. Make them respect you.
Make them respect. Holy jumping. We've done something we've never done.
What have we done now?
We've been on for 2 hours and 13 minutes. Lofts are 8 by 8 apart.
Oh,
my
and,
God.
And he's talking
Mike,
about breaking birds that way.
Mike, everything we've said, we're not even, no, just disregard it all. We love you, Mike Parrish. You don't have to worry. Mike, if you take your bedroom out of your room and move it to another room in your house, you figure it out. They're going to do the same thing. It's simple, Mike. Relax. Have some fun. Man, oh man. You know what we should do for fun, Ricky? For Mike Parrish? We should take all the birds in the red loft, move them into the blue loft. Take all the birds in the blue loft, put them in the red loft, and break them.
Yeah, it's
Can I ask you? If I said to you right now, I need the blue loft, how long would it take you to break them from blue loft to red loft?
Wouldn't take much.
A week? Not even.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This property.
No problem, Mike.
This property.
We're only having fun with you. We're having a bit of a laugh,
the-
and I want to make sure you know that.
Believe it or not, this property here, I had my birds on the property next door.
About 300 feet away. The loft was.
Maybe 300 feet.
300 to 500 feet. The loft was.
Yeah, 500 feet. And I moved my loft over to this property.
Which was 500 feet away.
Yeah, I dragged it over with a tractor,
Right.
right? And logs, whatever we did. We rolled it over to this yard. And I had the birds here. And I let them out the first time. And they went over to the other property and they sat on the ground right where the loft was.
Perfect.
Perfect. And I thought, oh shit. And I went over there with the feed can and I started talking to them and I started walking back to the new property.
They followed you.
They followed me over. Bang. Right in. But
Mike,
or you know what you can do too is
Mike, they're coming
You-
home
you-
from 300 miles.
you know what
they
you
got
can,
it.
you know what you can do is keep those birds in the new loft. I don't know how many you have. Then take them, put them in baskets, and take them into your garage, your shed, wherever you got. Feed them in the baskets for a couple, 3-4 days, and don't just feed them a little bit. Get them hungry. Get them a little bit hungry. Okay. Then take them from the basket. Take them back into the new loft. Let them in. Feed them good. Feed them good. Take them all again. Load them in the baskets. Take them back out into the garage, wherever you are. Then again, 3 or 4 days.
And that's a
Take
lot
them
of
back.
that's a lot of work. For
That's a lot of work, but
You don't
I'm
have to.
saying no. But then take them back into that new loft that you moved them in. They go right away. They think, thank God, we're we're out of that basket in the garage, wherever the hell it is. We're now in the new loft. They love it, right? They soak it right up.
Don't worry, Mike. Mike, you're overthinking. Let them be pigeons. You know what? Let them out. So damn hungry to rip your shoes off, Mike. Make them say, hey. Make them look at you into your eyes and say, where the hell have you been? It's good. Bring them down and wait. Those birds in the red loft, I feed them just like the blue loft. We feed them 5-6 times in a day. 300 birds in there. So when I feed them one time, I'm feeding enough for 75 birds. Everyone comes in, they eat. 2-3 hours later, another red can through the loft. Eat. Then give them grit. They eat. Then come back at 4 o'clock, red can, eat. I never stuff them, but I make them come out of that aviary, back into the loft. Out of the aviary, back into the loft. Back outside, back in, back out. Make the pigeons move.
They respect you.
Respect. Remember, take a look at New York City. You can sit down at a park bench, have some popcorn, and feed the pigeons. And the pigeons never seen you before, did they? They never did. But they know it. They know what to do. They're smart. And like Mike says, if you're going away for 2 months, feed them straight peas. Feed them straight barley. Feed them whatever you want. There's the man, Alfred Combe Van Zorn. He's late to the dance. He must have been eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hey, Alfred, how are you? How's it going, my friend? Hope everything's going good with
You
you.
probably had to hand bomb a lot of chicken tonight.
Or eating a
You
lot.
got a little bit late.
A little bit late to the show. Man, we've had a long one. We've been on for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Pigeon Bingo, the Super Bingo with Ellen Sutton. You are going to get a chance, a night with Ellen Sutton.
Be tomorrow night.
I hope
What, tomorrow night?
I hope they don't call me and say I was rude. But can you imagine having just one evening with her? But you're not going to get just an evening with Ellen. You're going to get a complete season with her. You know what we're going to do, Ricky? We're going to do this one more time. I think it's a lot of fun. A little bit of Cheddar Bob for you. He's our newest little feline. He's enjoying the pigeons. He's having some fun. Guys, I want to thank you for your support in the Pioneer One Loft and Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. I want to thank you for starting to enter your birds into the Pioneer Hunger Games. Alfred, talk to Frank about the Pioneer Hunger Games. Get your team entered in. Quit messing around. The birds you sent were real nice. Cheddar Bob's on the board with them right now, having some fun. Look at Cheddar Bob go. Pigeon Bingo tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, Northern Pacific Time. We are going to have winners. We're going to have a $650 value winner. You get not a night, but a season with Ellen Sutton. And I'll tell you, in the pigeon world, ladies of the night.
You can actually phone Ellen Sutton.
You can call her.
and discuss it with her.
And that's fine. She's part of the series.
Yeah,
season.
she is.
She is.
She donated her
And-
bird to this.
And Alfred, this one's going to kick you in the bottom, my friend. And I'm going to show this right now. Pigeon Bingo's international scores in Pigeon Bingo. Team America with 8 craps. Canada with 2 craps. The UK with 0 craps. And Holland, Alfred, this is you, with 0 craps.
Come on, Alfred. Buy them, man.
Get the squares. Get them for not only you, not only your daughter, not only your son.
How many,
But your dad.
How many squares we have? 25?
We got 25 squares a game, guys. Get involved. Be a part of it. It's lots of fun. It's Pigeon Bingo. And hey, guys, it's pretty soon we're going to close off. We are going to close off the Hunger Games. So, and there's already almost $5,000 in the cash
Ellen
pot.
Sutton bird going to
Entered.
be here to actually crap? Would that
Wait.
be the last crap
How
of the
many
day?
how many women do you hear that crap?
No, but would that be the last crap on the bingo?
It could be. There is
That's like the last dance or something.
the last dance, yeah. Hey, Pioneer Hunger Games, $100 a bird. If you don't have pigeons, go on to Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. You can purchase anyone's pigeons you want. They are up there. They are on it. And I'm going to say this, Ricky. We've been on 2 hours and 22 minutes. I think we've had a lot of fun tonight.
You know what? I really take my hat off to you, Ryan, and to us, to myself.
Oh, boy.
Because I went to watch Elton John one time. The man sang and played his piano for 2.5 hours straight. I couldn't believe it. The work he did. And Ryan, you and I don't think we're hit 2.5 hours, did we?
2 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Alfred
How
said,
do you-
I got a deer for the truck. Now, he either said he got a beer for the truck or he hit a deer.
He hit a deer.
He hit a deer. Alfred, you're all right. Oh, he knew they were on eggs. Called me and told me about the BB cock. 7 Hills Loft. All right. Well, hey, it's okay. Ricky, I think this was a good show. We made up for last night. We hit you with a double 2 hours. Tomorrow we are going to start chipping and banding the birds. Do you have to fiddle with stuff? Hey guys, we're going to be on next Monday. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pigeon Bingo. More squares still to be sold. The Super Bingo. Not only a night, but a season with Ellen Sutton. Guys, thanks for flying with us. On behalf of the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario and Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions, that's Ricky. I'm Ryan. You guys have been the best. 8,000 subscribers. Let's get to 10 so I can give like $100 million away. Pigeon Boss, Pioneer,
100%, folks.
Benzing,
Like this.
the best of the best of the best. Ricky, say goodnight.
Good night, folks.
And let's end off
Nice to be with you.
with a picture of Ellen on the screen. Good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.